Hey up, and welcome to the video. The calendar page has turned into September, so it's early September now, and for me that's the start of the A word, and the A word is down below. So I plan my photography. So if you see here, there's a list of places I'm planning to visit over the coming weeks and months. And it's quite an ambitious list, really, logistically. But I find if you have a plan, you've got something to follow. If you don't have a plan, you'll sit there and try and think where to go. Where can I go to photograph autumn? And you know, autumn is pretty much all around us. It's in our gardens, it'll be down our streets, along the roads that we drive every day, and in our woodlands as well. So there's no excuse for not capturing a little bit of autumn. So if we just go back to that list, you'll see on there's some woodland areas. There's Padley Gorge as well, and I've got a question mark on that because I've got some really nice shots of Padley Gorge, and I question, do I need to go back there and replicate them and just take the same shots, or do I want to go to new places that I've not been to, like Cannock Chase? And I think I've got a preference for new locations. So if I go to Padley Gorge, it'll be for a meet-up with Eddie Skelson. Now also on that list, there's some locations in Wales, and we're going down there for a 5-day visit. And I'm not going to chase autumn in Wales. If we see it, we'll capture it. I'm pretty much going to the destinations you see on the list. Now, my approach to autumn is probably not like most people approach it, and I suppose over the years I've learned to approach autumn in a different way. And it's all about the weather, because if we have a really, really bad spell of wind, the leaves are stripped from the trees and we have half naked trees, and they don't look good in photographs. So for me, I like to come out at the start of autumn and focus on the transition. So this is kind of my day one autumn shoot, and I've started local. So I've started in Sherwood Forest, and what I'm looking for in today's shots is purely images that contain elements of autumn. I don't just mean a leaf or a little bit of bracken, but we've got that element of autumn that says autumn is on its way. So when you see the images, you can say to yourself, a little bit of autumn in that shot. So that's what I'm looking for today, the start of that autumn transition. And I think this approach gives me a chance to get some really, really nice autumn shots. Maybe not today, but as I go through and follow the transition, I might just hit lucky and get some really nice colour, trees full of leaves. Let's see what we get over the coming weeks. I think they're all talking to each other, saying that there's a photographer arrived in Sherwood Forest, so just be aware. So what sort of videos are we going to see over the next few weeks by my fellow vloggers? Well, I can just imagine we'll see a video coming out saying the must-have lens for your autumn photography. There is no must-have lens for autumn photography, you can use any lens. Or the must-have camera settings for your autumn photography. Again, there's no must-have settings for autumn photography. It depends on the light at the time, the conditions, how windy it is, if it is windy. So there's no set autumn camera settings. You might want to consider the white balance a little. I don't, I just use auto white balance, and then if I need to change it, some nice light there. If I need to change it, I'll do that in editing. I don't see the point of standing here changing my Kelvin when I can do it in post-production. So the only downside today, and I'm not sure if it is going to be a downside, is we've got blue sky. And it was on the forecast. But maybe the sunlight will help bring out those autumnal colours. Still got a bit of heather here. Nice bit of heather, just. So, yeah, we are on the fringes of autumn today. And as I'm walking in, yeah, there's little spots of colour that we can see. There's some nice light here. And Sherwood Forest has enclosed areas to photograph, and it also has some exposed areas as well. And I'm just looking at these trees here, and I'm looking for the first shot of the day. And they do have a little bit of autumn on them. And we've got some heather. I can't imagine I was coming here to photograph heather. I thought the heather had gone. And there's possibly a shot there. I think there is a shot there. Okay, let me just show you this scene that I've got in front of me. So we've got some heather coming from the bottom left, taking us into the scene. We've got this bushy tree on the right. I don't know trees. Don't ask me what they are. Bushy young tree on the right there. And in the distance, we've got the light hitting the trees. And there's a little bit of autumn colour in them trees. Not much. And this is not the shot I thought we'd start off with today. But it's the light that's attracted me to it. So there we go. I'm just going to maybe tweak the composition a little. There's a little bit of wind this morning. I have gone for my lowest ISO, 64 f11, which has given me 1/5 of a second. And we are at around about 50 mil, actually, for this shot. And I like this as a starter shot. So let's have a look at it. And let's see what else is happening in Sherwood Forest. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, this little splash of yellow in this tree. We'll just take a quick shot of this. There's some light on it, but not enough. But that's kind of an example I'm looking for, but better. We want better than that. Oh, the light over there is nice. And I'm being driven by the light now, which is not a bad thing. Light there, light there. Ooh, light there. Yeah, you've got to follow the light sometimes, haven't you? So the light has become a distraction, but a good one. Just walking off the path for a moment and just look at these ferns here. I'm not going to take the shot, but that's a nice autumnal looking scene with the trees there behind. Maybe come back when there's more colour in the actual trees, or is it nice that we've got the ferns changing and that we've got the green behind and that we've got the white of the trees? You know what, it's worth a shot this. I've changed my mind. Well, so far this video has not turned into the video I'd planned, and it's really strange that you can have a plan in your mind of how you're going to go out and shoot a vlog. When you get here, the conditions just change that. So I normally here, when I get to this point in Sherwood Forest, I normally walk straight on, and I'm going to take a different path this morning. It's a beautiful morning, it really is. And there's lots of things to photograph. But we still want that autumnal shot, don't we? Got a little bit so far, but not what I was really looking for. Exactly. Okay, let's take this path up here. Okay, I've decided not to go up that track because the Budby Nature Reserve is very open plan. And I think with this light, I'm better off staying in a more enclosed woodland where I can play around with shadows if I need to. So this path is probably for when we've got an overcast, cloudy day, as opposed to wall-to-wall sunshine today. And I think that's my best plan. So we will walk up this path in the future, but not today. Let's react to the conditions and react to the light that we have. last few images that you've seen were in a very small space. So I think it just illustrates you don't have to walk miles and miles to get decent shots. And that was kind of my plan this morning, to really explore different parts of Sherwood Forest. And I've just been stopped in my tracks by what's been in front of me. Okay, so I've come down nice and low, 2 notches of the tripod adjusted, and foreground ferns in the shot, and it's a very contrasty scene because of the light on the tree in the distance, but we've got some nice light on the ferns in the foreground, and then in the scene we go back to the tree. We've got a tree on the right, slightly dead, and then the main tree in the middle. Okay, this shot just didn't work out 100%. I love the light and the colours on the ferns in the foreground, but the background trees just didn't work out. Far too messy. Tree on the right was also in the shade, so this shot is just not a keeper for me. Let me just walk into this scene and explain what I'm trying to capture. Okay, so let's quickly run in, start on the left here. So we have got some yellow leaves in this tree, look very nice, lit by the sun. At the base we have got some heather, but I'm not sure if that's going to show up in the shot. It should do actually, because it's got some light on it. Then we've got another tree here, which I think is the same as that one. That's got no real colour on it. But behind, we've got this tree that's got some red on it, some red, very burnished red leaves, and that looks quite nice. And then on this side, we've got what could be a silver birch, and that's got some really nice yellow leaves on it. The blue sky is awful, but there's nothing I can do with that. So that's my autumn transition shot. Not much of a transition, but it's there. Those yellow leaves are going to continue to turn and fall, and there's already some on the ground already. So we could come back here in a week or 2 weeks' time, and there'll be more of that yellow colour in the trees. But the lights beat me now. The sky's awful, but I do like this shot. I like this tree in the middle, how it kind of forks out. We'll see what we can do with the colour when we process it. Okay, we'll end the video here. I hope you got some inspiration from this video to go out yourself and capture the autumnal transition and not wait and go later when the leaves have fallen off the trees. So we'll end the video on my favourite shot. Don't know what it is yet, because there's a few contenders there. But thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content. In particular, if you're interested in some of the places I'm going to photograph coming up on the following few months.
Sorry, morning.
No worries, buddy. Morning. Okay, we'll do that bit again. This is what happens when you're filming. Bless him, he's enjoying his run. Where was I? So, yeah, if you're interested, yeah, please like, subscribe to the channel, particularly if you're interested in some of those locations I'm going to be shooting in the coming weeks. I shall try and make those videos as interesting and as informative as possible to help you decide if you want to go to some of them locations. So, on that note, I've had a really enjoyable morning here in the woodland, and I'll see you later.